really good shaft here. Everyone will recognize this one. The label's really the one. As soon as people see the orange,
they just know it.
They just know it.
Try it.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Welcome back to the TFG YouTube channel. Myself and DZ. We are doing a bit of education today. We have some great shafts at TFG. We've got some great partners here, and we're going to profile one of our biggest ones today, which is Graphite Design. I know, big favorite for you in the Bay.
All reliable.
I would say we try GD in every driver fairway fitting, I would say. We always kind of give them a shot. We've got some big players, you know, DI and stuff like that. So
they've got a profile that typically fits a wide variety of players, and I think you and I are going to go through almost the whole lineup today.
Yeah, even like a DI, for example, which we'll talk about. People actually say to us, oh, what does that do? So I think even though it's been out for nearly 15 years, people still ask, why is it so good? We have it on AMAs as well. People say, you know, that orange thing's there again. There was that really famous shot by Jordan Spieth at the Open at Birkdale. It took like 32 minutes to hit a ball, and he hit it over the Titleist truck. And then I was at Titleist at the time. That thing went crazy. People were like, where's the shaft? So we actually, for the fitters in the UK, we rolled that out and put it into the fitting kit just because of the Spieth hype on there. So what we thought we'd do today is kind of go through top to bottom. So the first one we're going to talk about is AG, anti-gravity. Really good shaft here. It's a sort of a lightweight offering. It does have that MSI technology in it. So that material stiffness integration that does exist all the way through the GD line. This one isn't part of the Tour AD line,
no,
so it's slightly different. Yeah, this is the one that kind of stands out a little bit.
Good trivia question there.
There we go, put pop quiz on there. So obviously still a graphite design shaft, nice and lightweight. It's got some different areas of stiffness in it, so a little bit softer in the middle, slightly bit more firmness in the tip, so very graphite design still. But for a more moderate club head speeds, this is a very, very good one in the Bay. Great name for it as well, anti-gravity. Slightly different fonting on this one as well, so it does stand out a little bit. But we'll try this at most fittings. We've got a lot of junior players, a lot of senior players, people that are more moderate club head speed. We definitely give AG a go, and it works really well. Very, very smooth. Very graphite design, I would say.
Paired with a lot of heads. All right, so next one here, Chris, we have GC, their first entry, or at least our first entry into the Tour AD lineup, which
great shaft.
Not a lot of people know stands for accuracy and distance. So utilizing their same MSI philosophy, now they're actually entering into aerospace grade titanium and kind of carbon fibers to create these sort of shafts. So very, very stiff, very, very stable shafts, maybe I should say. Kind of profile this, it's very stiff in the tip, very, very stiff and stable in the handle section, but as you get to that midsection, they kind of weave in some softness and feel, so great for a lot of our players as well. They need some stability, but here in Asia, people really rely on feel. They like feel, they need feel as well, so a very popular one we use.
What does GC stand for?
Game changer, because it could be the game changer for your driving.
It is a game changer in a lot of
they call it.
That's a big shot for us at TFG. Really good. Okay, but next up, we're going into UB.
UB.
Up and beyond. So this shaft.
Very apt name.
I really do like this shaft. Use this a lot of my time at Callaway. This was a really good option for us. Comes in a slightly softer profile than a lot of the others. So, you know, we've got in terms of the butt section of the club, it's sort of very mid. The mid section as well is kind of mid stiffness as well. So not a lot of firm feedback top end of the shaft, but as you see the shaft change color and we get down towards that AD end, it starts to stiffen up a little bit. So for players who like swinging a nice soft handle, they don't probably have the firmest sort of transition, that really rip in the handle. It's a very, very good one. All about stability in ball flight, right? So typically with a shaft, if you go soft handle and then just get firmer as you go, we're really leaning towards club face control. So UB is a very, very good one.
Control, club face feedback.
This one will come out so many times in a fitting. UB is a very strong option that's come out in the last few years. And yeah, we'll keep it in the line here at TFG. Big fan of this one.
All right, Chris, we have the orange one right here.
I recognize this one.
Again, any golfer and probably their father and mother have used some sort of variation of this shaft right here, Tour AD. It's been unchanged. You know, Tour AD, they release new graphics, new materials every year. This one's been in the lineup for how long now, pal?
15 years,
yeah,
I'd say.
Decade plus.
Almost, you can rely on this one. Now. You can rely on a lot of things in life, and DI being a
death taxes and Tour AD kind of being top of the game.
Coolest name as well, I think.
A lot of people don't realize DI, deep impact, and that's kind of what it's designed to do.
Great movie as well.
Yeah.
Love that movie.
So ultimate stability in the handle and in the midsection. So people who maybe swing the club a little faster, a little bit more aggressive. Just like some of their other shafts though, very stiff, very stable here in the tip section. So players who need to really fine tune a ball flight, whether it's up or down or left and right. Tour AD just somehow has kind of a seat at that dinner table for really a wide variety of players. They have multiple weights and stiffnesses as well. So really, really works well and builds really well as well.
Yeah, I don't think DI gets enough of sort of credit where credit's due kind of thing. If you think about that nano alloy technology that runs through graphite design shafts, it's kind of like the DI technology now. It's really taken over that. So people are like, oh, like similar to DI. And I've said it before as well. As I talk about newer shafts, I always say, don't worry, same technology as we've got in DI. So it's really the stable of all of it. I remember my first driver shaft, like way back when I had a 905. It had a graphite design in it, and it really led to DI, that deep impact. So really good shaft here. Everyone will recognize this one. The label's really the one. As soon as people see the orange,
they just know it.
They just
want
know
to try it.
But interesting enough, in the Bay, a lot of times people will say to us, what does it do? What does it mean? Does DI mean anything? Color scheme, everything. So yeah, we thought we'd give that one a little bit more of a rundown just because it's so popular and it really is the stable of everything at Graphite Design. And then all of the shafts are kind of flowed from that, right? So it's hugely popular.
Absolutely.
So I got a shaft for us next, Easy.
Which one?
Victory Force.
Good old Tiger shaft.
Oh yeah. So I know the Big Cat used this. I know that he was testing it a little while ago, and then guys like Justin Thomas and everyone put it in. The VF is a very, very stable shaft. This is a real jump into ultimate stability here, right? So you've got, the top section of the club, very, very firm.
Very firm.
The midsection, firm. And guess what, the tip? It's like firm plus.
Even firmer, even stabler.
This is really for an aggressive swinger. It's definitely a new direction for graphite design. So this one comes out when we got people really transitioning quickly, right? So they're snapping the lower body, getting their hands through. This thing is really, really stable. Great color scheme. A lot of people see black and red and think Tiger.
Like a Big Cat.
So I think they've done really well on this shaft. It's really, really stable. I'm not man enough to swing this one. This doesn't have my characteristics in it. But when people come in, we got fast transitions. Like I said, it's really, really good. Again, Tour AD as well. So it's exactly the same family. It's just really getting that strength into the shaft now. So
Tour AD not known for making boardy shafts. I think that's a buzzword thrown around. This is probably the closest they'll find in the Tour AD family at the moment.
Yeah, definitely a lean towards some of those firmer shafts that you see out on tour, your Ventuses, your kind of Project X, stuff like that, Diamanas. Definitely a lean towards those guys, but a real good one to try in the Bay. Make sure if you're going for a driver fitting anytime soon, give this one a try. It's a very new direction for GD.
All right, pal, we got an old favorite of yours, Into the Zone, IZ. So another very classic staple of the Tour AD lineup. A little bit more of a smoother transition from the butt all the way to the tip. It does get gradually a little bit firmer, so people who need and rely on a little bit more tip stability, same story. MSI technology, aerospace engineering into the actual carbon weave of these shafts. It's kind of been overshadowed maybe by some newer players lately, but it's still an excellent high-performing shaft.
Yeah, it still hangs in there. It's definitely had some competition come in, especially in the GD line. But it's still in there. It's still in there. We still get people fit into it. Really stable, really reliable. I think a great one for me when I just go from DI and I'm like, okay, we still got a little bit of launch and spin issues. IZ straight next one, right? So great name on it as well. Going into the zone, it's really a dispersion-based shaft, and it does come out a lot in fittings as well. So again, another really good option for us. All right, so next shaft coming in. We don't actually range this at TFG at the moment, but this is the shaft that I use.
Had to shout it out, huh?
I had to. I had to shoehorn this one in. This is the XC. So little shout out for me for this one, basically. This is the extra carry. Really, really good shaft. Basically quite soft in the handle, and then kind of gets stiffer and stiffer as we go. So we get stiff midsection, stiffer in the tip. I kind of play iron shaft similar to this. So as people may know, I go on about them a little bit, quite a lot in the LZ. But having just that kind of really nice sort of transition of handle there, I'm definitely not fastest from the top. Sometimes I get a bit lashy, but I feel like the tip section of this works out nicely. So extra carry, it's really all about launch. It's a low spin shaft with a firm tip, but it's designed with that softer handle to just kick the ball into the air. So if golfers struggle with keeping the ball in the air, that spin rate, I get them straight into this thing because it will just maximize their carry. And we want to really maximize carry for golfers. As soon as that ball touches down on the ground, we don't really have control over it anymore. So this is a great one to throw in. So highly recommended shaft there. And we'll probably look at ranging this at TFG quite soon.
Here.
Yeah, we go through, we review it often, right? We have a very fluid process with myself, DZ and Ian, where we'll review our kind of starting lineup really. So yeah, this is definitely a contender for that, along with some other GDs. All right, DZ, last shaft of the day. Let's have a bit of new news from Graphite Design, shall we?
In the studio. So we've got a new addition to our fitting matrix here. We've got the new Tour AD FI. What does FI stand for, pal?
Flight Intelligence.
Flight Intelligence.
Hell of a name, hell of a paint job on this thing.
Super premium, super beautiful shaft, but also only in the matrix because it's based on performance. Did a lot of testing on this one here. Saw incredible results. Kind of the story here is a little bit of a softer transition, kind of some other ones, less aggressive than something like a VF or even like an IZ maybe. Something like an XC DI sort of situation here.
Yeah, it's up there then, isn't it? Yeah.
Tornado tip technology, so you get incredible stability in the tip, again, for people who like that, like in an XC or a DI, but you also get something a little bit kind of firmer and softer as you go up and towards the handle section. So great for people who, again, like feel, but also like stability.
Yeah, I can't say enough about this one. We have quite a stubborn shaft wall here. We've got some really great shafts, and I know you and I...
Killer ones.
We really pay attention very closely. Like, people, laugh at us a little bit because we want to get new shafts in. People want to put new ones on the wall. But we test, and we have to validate all our product that goes on the wall. So this one was one of those stories where we hit like 4 or 5 shots with it, and then we got a couple of other people at TFG, some of the founders, to hit it, and we were like, this thing's got to go on the wall. So this was a straight in for us. It's kind of like, we talk a lot about tour pros of, they would hit 3 or 4 shots with a new driver and it's straight in the bag, and it's making a huge change. This thing went straight on the wall. So, our stubborn wall that we have, our starting team, made room for this one straight away. So it only strengthens our GD, matrix, but also our overall matrix as well. So great shaft.
An incredible addition. Hopefully more people come in and try them out.
So that's it for today, guys. That's Graphite Design. Hope you found it interesting and educational by even just going through the names, I think, and just giving a bit more of a deep dive on some of the technology there. If you've got any other questions at all, if there's any other shafts you want us to profile, please let us know. We're doing a lot more shafts as we go forward, and we're going to be pitting them off against each other. So we've got quite a cool series coming up. As always, like and subscribe. Let us know anything else you'd like to see from us. And for this week, that's it from me and DZ. We'll see you on the next one.
See you soon.